moment I can truly say is when I was at Burns night with him. There's a bottle of whiskey on the table. Him and his mate had scoffed about 3/4 of it, and when I picked up the bottle to pour my own drink, he accused me of finishing the whole bottle, which I did not do. So I will never forget Malcolm for that.
My first Malcolm moment was actually in 2011. I came here, we teed off. Malcolm, I said to Malcolm, I'm a new golfer, so I had 36 handicap. Malcolm, after the first 2 holes, dropped me into a sub 20 handicapper. And then we'd start talking about when Malcolm first came to Indonesia, and it was in the 70s. So I said to Malcolm, oh, so you came with your parents?
Okay, how did that go down?
And then I realized that Malcolm is quite a bit older than me.
Slightly unorthodox swing, and he's hit that, pushed it off to the right, and he won't be too happy with that, unfortunately.
No real Malcolm. Oh, well, there is one Malcolm moment. Jim's Pergy.
Okay.
We have got the old coffin dodgers colluding so that the old guys win the trophies and young guys miss out.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
Putting for bogey, Dave Hannapy. Oh, it's a beauty. Oh, I loves that camera.
Yes, I when he told me he was a jockey, he looked the heaviest jockey I've ever come across, and a little bit tall, but I believed him.
That's all that matters. See?
My favourite thoughts about Malcolm are actually his inability to use emails and his ability to hijack emails. So he has no idea who he's sending stuff to and what he's saying. He writes the way he talks. So you have to read his emails very carefully and try and understand what he's saying.
A Malcolm moment, if you have one to share with us.
I've only played once with Malcolm, but it was a pleasure in the sense that he told me his life story during the 18 holes, how he made a fortune and he lost a fortune and he got ripped off on a few occasions. So hope he doesn't ever get ripped off again in France.
I think every time I've been lucky enough to be paired with him, I have Malcolm moments with it, the way that his kind, careful words of advice to the caddies, the way he coaches them through with advice, and the way he gently just chastises them and brings them back into line as well. Something I've learned.
I was sitting down talking to Malcolm about reciprocal rights, and you know how in golf clubs have reciprocal rights internationally. I said, when you're in Bordeaux, what are your reciprocal rights? He goes, the great thing about it is he can use the UK National Health Scheme and go and get his knee surgery in France. He actually used the National Health Scheme reciprocal rights in Bordeaux. That's my magic moment with Malcolm. Okay, all right. Tell me, and 3 adjectives that describe Malcolm.
Malcolm, talkative.
Yep.
Serious about his golf.
Yep.
And finally, I would say old.
Okay, thank you.
Friendly, lovable, sometimes, and nice guy to be with.
Excellent.
Well, he's a very, very, very friendly guy, very, very friendly.
Okay.
And I noticed with the Smogs, he always took care of the newcomers and made sure they were all welcome. So
Yep.
definitely a very hospitable person.
Okay.
Adjectives.
Yes.
Adjectives. Old,
Okay.
young, and amazing.
A little bit contradictory, but there it's acceptable. Give us 3 words that describe Malcolm. Come straight to your head.
A generous old buzzard.
Generous, old,
Buzzard.
tee off. Malcolm, the last time we interviewed you was 12 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
And how long have you been at Smog? When did you join Smog?
Probably about 13 years ago.
13 years ago, so one of the original Smoggers. And so what is Smog life and being able to play golf with the Smoggers on a Saturday morning? What does it mean to you?
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And it gets you out of bed. It reduces the alcohol intake on the Friday.
Okay.
That's about it, I think.
Okay. Post Smog, what are the plans?
I'm not leaving for good, but I'm going back to France, and I'll be here next week, but then I'm going back to France the week after, and then probably away for 2 or 3 months. But I'll be back occasionally.
What do you think you're going to miss about these Saturday mornings?
Companionship. Great guys. All the last, Robert, no one will miss Robert. But no, there's some great guys, and over the years we've built up big numbers, dropped down again, but we've always recovered. We've always had good guys.
Gary, what does this denote? This particular flag? What's this for?
Well, I'm not really sure. Let me just check. Smog, longest drive, hole 16.
Okay, tell me about. Look at the camera. Your favourite Malcolm Llewellyn moment. I call it a
Competitive, humorous, and full of shit.
No, that's 3 adjectives. That answers my second question. Can you
okay.
answer? The first question is, tell us your favourite Malcolm Llewellyn moment.
That's a good question.
Yeah, particularly when you're under the pressure of the man watching you.
He's always watching you. Doesn't matter where you are. He's always watching you. You could be in the woods and he's still watching you.
Good shot. We've just had a bit of a moment. Malcolm wants to describe to us what happened.
Well, Robert fell flat on his face, and while he was there, he decided to use his club as a billiard cue.
Yeah.
He was right on the edge, just on the green, and he sank it. Unfortunately, that's probably illegal. I think you have to use the metal end, but that's the first point. The second point was that the pin was still in the ground. So, is he disqualified from the medal?
I don't think so. It's okay having the pin in. It's the incorrect use of the
You're a
club.
gentleman, Tom. Of course he's disqualified.
Okay.
A 2-stroke penalty as well.
Okay, thank you. All right, let's get Malcolm putting this in, Andrew.
Action. Pathetic. I'll just whip that in quickly while you're still there.
That wasn't the best tip I've ever seen. It's a good roll. It's a good roll. Stop there, John. I've asked you a question. Obviously, we've got Malcolm leaving. What's Smoggery like without Malcolm Llewellyn in Smog?
Malcolm is a really good organiser. He's been the most generous, and he and Jane actually have both put a tremendous amount into making sure Smog runs and herds cats. He herds cats very, very well.
Yep.
So we'll miss him. He's been a stalwart, that's no doubt.
Thank you.
This is on the 18th.
John's about to do what's called the President's Pleasure. Please describe what that is, John.
When I challenged my playing partners to off the stick, no handicap adjustment, 50,000 each to beat me on the 18th.
And over the years, what would the net position be?
Well, I put 3 children through boarding school. It's been pretty good.
Okay, so, excellent. 3 adjectives to describe your dad.
Old.
Okay.
Retired.
Yeah.
No, he's neither of those things. But he's, how do you call your dad?
Reliable.
He's a good man.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can say about my dad. He's a good man.
All right. Thanks very much, Alan.
I would say the wish would be, I wish he didn't have to leave Indonesia.
So we were just talking about uploading videos onto the website. What are the challenges for loading videos onto the website?
Yeah, the version of the website we have today requires us to pay money in order to get the videos onto it. Yeah.
So what are the potential solutions?
That we pay money.
Right, that's one.
Yeah, that's one.
And what sort of money is involved?
I think if we talk about maybe less than 5 million.
5 million. I reckon we can get Joe to sponsor that. Eric will write a check.
Yeah, I can talk to Eric and see if he's in a good mood or not.
Yeah, no worries. So tell us, we're obviously here for the Pergy Plate for Malcolm. What are your wishes for Malcolm?
I wish Malcolm would come back and play with us often. Yeah.
Obviously wish him all the best and hope that he comes back in the future.
Yeah.
I've found him to be obviously not only a friendly guy, but very helpful as well. Yeah. And honestly, he's a gentleman among an average man here, isn't he?
Really would like to hear that he's not going anywhere, because there's only one captain that can handle the retrobates here, and he'd be the only one. He's got a finesse about him.
Yeah.
He speaks proper English. He speaks better English than you and I. Cheers, mate.
Malcolm.
Good luck. All the best, Malcolm. And I told you I'd bring a good whiskey along.
Cheers, he did.
Cheers, single malt.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Thank you.
Well, what I can say about Malcolm is I wish he doesn't forget us, because once you leave this neck of the woods and you get into a cosy lifestyle in France or wherever he wants to go, then this will be a distant memory. So don't forget us.
My wishes for Malcolm are for the Well, wishing him many happy returns for yesterday.
It was his 70th birthday, by the way.
74.
74?
Yeah, well, that was the number I'd heard, but
okay.
I lose count sometimes. Yeah, well, the best wishes for him for the future in France and coming back here, I hope, quite a lot. Business picks up and he's got reasons to be here.
Well, I hope he enjoys his wine. I hope he enjoys his bread and cheese. And I hope he comes back from time to time and plays. And I hope I'm still playing or I'm still here when he does come back.
We're really going to miss him. He's a real icon with the group.
Yeah.
Really going to miss him. He's a real smasher of a ball.
Andrew's speech.
Okay, we're on.
Oh, sorry, John.
Okay, action.
Well, I was 36 when I came to this country, and I'm 74 when I'm leaving it. And on my 70th birthday, 4 of the Smogs, and at the risk of... None of them are here, are they? No. Mr. Joton, Mr. Slack, George, and somebody. Sorry, apologies for the 4th. They gave me a 5-wood, and since then I've just destroyed everybody. And that is why Carrington loves to play with me, because I destroy him every time. Unfortunately, this time he destroyed himself before he even arrived. He didn't even go to bed, so it wasn't very difficult. Anyway, your health, gentlemen. I'm not leaving, but I'm floating away, and I hope Ed is. I'm sure Ed is taking over. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done. Cheers, Rob. Good luck.
Just again echo what's been said. I'm sure that we will miss Malcolm. We expect to see him back every now and again. We wish him a long and healthy retirement, if that's what he's taking in France. I don't know why he's going to France, but there we go.
Join the frogs.
And
better food.
And thank you very much for everything you've done for Smog, Malcolm. It's been a pleasure knowing you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Look forward to seeing you again.